If you haven't joined our Discord yet, you need to. It's wild. Let's talk about it.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Kunitz and shots. Penguins win it! Sees part for Crosby to the goal. He scores!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
And on Fay, the shot. He scores! Here's Crosby with a burst of speed up the middle. Gets open and scores!
We're a collective.
Andy Kyoto is beating Ninamaki. Finds it. What a show!
Welcome to the Penguins Collective podcast. My name is Louie. That is Josh. And we have been making Penguins content for the last 4 years. And this is our 5th season doing all this stuff. We've been going live after every single Penguins game for the past 2 seasons. We've been putting out TikToks. We've been putting out all these social media stuff. And one of those things is building an awesome community on Discord. And if you're thinking, I love these guys and I want to join the Discord, you can. Just go to the links in our bio and join our Discord. It is a really cool community. And one of those people in our community, by Angry Boot, his real name is Spencer, shout out. And he had an awesome idea. With 30 days leading up to the hockey season, why don't we rank every team in the NHL and put them in a category? And that is exactly what we're going to do today. React to our Discord's list. And let me tell you, we have some interesting people in our Discord, Josh. We really do. So we're going to go right into it. The season is already underway at this point, Josh. I think we've already played 2 games. So we're in the motion, I guess, of the season. So I thought, hey, it just started. Maybe there's a lot of anxiety about how the season is going. Maybe this list can give them hope, Josh. What do you think? What do you think with the start?
I don't know if hope is the word that you're gonna associate with this list. Maybe a little confusion, maybe some anger, maybe some questioning of the minds. Who knows?
Well,
but it is a good list. Good,
All right, so
good for sure.
Let's get right into it. All right. So here we are. This is the list. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Flyers are already on the list. You would be correct. Unanimously. Okay? Everyone in the Discord said Flyers need their own category, and they're going to be at the bottom. So all you Flyers fans watching with a glimmer of hope that we're going to treat you equally, that is wrong. You are at the bottom.
Nice.
You're done. Okay? The F tier. All right? Obviously, you guys have seen this ranking system on some kind of influencers, YouTube, whatever. They've done this tier. You guys know what this is. S tier being the best, F tier being the worst, or in this case, the Flyers tier being the worst. But we're going to rank. So every single day, we put out a poll, or I should say Angry Boot put out a poll, and all of our Discord would vote on it. Okay, so this is most votes win. All right, so me and Josh had no say in how this went down. Let's start off with the F tier. It's the Chicago Blackhawks. Okay, so the Chicago Blackhawks were rated the worst. Josh, do you have a problem with this?
No. I think I was one of the first ones with an F for Chicago. I was hopping in there. They are essentially Bedard, and that is it. And it has come to the point where people are now questioning Bedard's actual talent because of how bad they are as a team. So yes, they are F. No complaints here. Hopefully, the fans are objective and can agree with us in this.
Yeah, it's a little different because I would agree. F for the Chicago Blackhawks. But I will say, I know what you're thinking. What? where are the Pittsburgh Penguins?
We'll get there.
You're right. We will get there. I would like it to be known publicly that I voted for the Pittsburgh Penguins to be F. I was the only one. There was 20 votes, and mine was the only one for F for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But we will get there. Let's move on to the D list. Okay, Josh? The D list. Here we have the D list. Once again, what? Where's the Pittsburgh Penguins, Josh? This is, once again, not mine and Josh's list. This is our Discord's list, all right? So if you want to talk sense into this list so far, join our Discord and yell at everyone else, okay? We have the Boston Bruins, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Nashville Predators, and the San Jose Sharks. Josh, how do you feel about D?
Yeah, not bad. As we get going with the list, we'll see a few others that I may have wanted in different categories. Mm-hmm. But for those four, yes, I'm comfortable with them in D. The only one that maybe can find an argument is if they are healthy is the Nashville Predators, because they do have some offensive firepower that, when healthy and productive, they can mess around a little bit and be a good team. So that would be the only one.
I agree with everything you said, and once again, Pittsburgh could have made a case to be on D list. Josh, go ahead. Why don't you take C?
Yeah, so for C, much longer list here. So we have the Anaheim Ducks, Buffalo Sabres, Calgary Flames, Detroit Red Wings, Montreal Canadiens, New York Islanders, Ottawa Senators, Seattle Kraken, St. Louis Blues, and Utah Mammoth. So it's a lot. And granted, looking at them all, you can say, oh, well, they should be here. This team should be B. This team should be D. You can go either way. But in the moment, when you're just going one team at a time, I can see why our Discord wanted these teams as C, because a lot of these teams are mid. Okay, I'm going to use a semi-hip word there and say they are mid.
That's wild.
However, there are some teams here that I'm bullish on, I guess, and think that they will actually be better than what they have listed here. Mm-hmm. And that is the Utah Mammoth. I may be delusional in there.
You almost said another hip word, Josh.
That was just me stuttering.
Yeah, Delulu. Delulu is a hip word. I thought you were about to say Delulu. No, I was like, whoa, that's
Maybe that's where they got it from. Someone
probably.
And
they're like, wow, that's really good. Yeah, go ahead.
Good. Sorry. So Utah Mammoth. I actually think Ottawa is going to be better than C. I think if everything, of course, if cards lay the way that they may, I think Detroit and Buffalo can also be very good as well.
Whoa, Buffalo. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think Buffalo's got they got the young talent that it's not technically young anymore. Like, they're at that middle age for youth. Tage Thompson is taking the next step. I don't know. I think those guys should be elevated. But again, that's just me probably playing way too much fantasy hockey. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Just, because each guys have, each team has guys who are elite caliber.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so after C obviously is B. So next up is an interesting group. Interesting group of guys.
This is wild. This is wild.
So, from left to right,
Carolina Hurricanes, Los Angeles Kings, Minnesota Wild, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, hold your tongue, Tampa Bay Lightning, Toronto Maple Leafs, Winnipeg Jets, Washington Capitals. I think this, unfortunately, Discord community / family is the worst category.
This is absolutely atrocious. Listen,
this is bad. This is bad. We got to talk about this.
Yes,
Louis, I will let you take it away.
Listen, let's point out the obvious. What is Pittsburgh doing at B? We could be very real and put them at F. We could even put them in Flyers category. They are just that bad. Now, I think a lot of people got confused on this list, and I genuinely believe that because I think it was how are they going to be predicted for this upcoming season? But I think a lot of people just kind of took it with this is how they have been. Do you know what I'm saying? Hey, past experience. Because Flyers, we just don't like them. Yeah, okay, get that. But, like, the Ducks are at C, could easily be at D. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're looking optimistic, you could also put Nashville up in C if you want. And then, like you said, with C and B, look at this. Carolina Hurricanes, you could put them in A. They've always have a shot. The Kings, I'm okay with B, but I would also be okay with A. They were projected to beat Edmonton last year in the first round of the playoffs. They had a young, good core. I think they could be good. Minnesota Wild, I'm actually pretty okay with them at B, especially with what's going on. New York Rangers, no. I don't. C at best if you want to put them there. I would also be okay with them at D. Tampa Bay, C or B. I mean, they're a playoff team.
They're fine where they are.
But they're not making the cup right now. Toronto Maple Leafs, I'm okay with where they're at. I was going to say I'm okay with B or A. But here's the thing. This is one that got me wild. Winnipeg at B? They're an A or S tier. For their goaltending alone, they should be at S tier. But I understand. But they make the playoffs. They're a contender every single year. You got to put them at A. Capitals, I'm okay with B or C. Right now, they're kind of a C team because they're not really doing well. But on my list, they'd be a C. But half of these teams would all be mixed around. But
and that's where this is so hard. Yeah. This was a very fun experiment because of that. Because we each individual member of the Discord have our own opinions, thoughts, and projections for each of this team. And we were supposed to come together with other members of the Discord and essentially have majority win on each team. It was very difficult. There were many conversations about each and every team.
I think every day there was a reaction. I think every day when a poll closed, there was multiple conversations. Why would you say this? There's no way. This is what I think, which is good. Yeah. You want diversity within that. But Josh, do you mind if we go into list A here? So here we go. Here is the list A. Some of these are correct, I think. You got Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars, New Jersey Devils, Vancouver Canucks, and the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's where I'm okay with the Devils and the Knights and the Canucks. Canucks, I could argue, go to B, but the Avalanche and the Stars, Josh,
S. They're
S tier. They're a solid team. They're a solid team. Both of them at the conference. Sorry, not Avalanche, but they each year have gone to the conference finals. So you gotta. They're good teams, Josh. They're good teams, and I think you could guess. Obviously, you're doing mathematically. Here is S tier, and I'm going right into it because it bleeds into it. Oilers and Florida Panther at S tier. Listen, if this was last year's list, okay. But these two teams aren't making the Stanley Cup again. Let me tell you, this is what I had a problem with on our Discord. I was like, guys, I get it. They were at the Stanley Cup twice. But you think they're making the Stanley Cup again? Florida? No way. Oilers? No way. It's going to be, I think it's going to either be Winnipeg or Dallas Stars year to win the Stanley Cup. That's my prediction. So I would have Winnipeg. All right, for S tier, Josh, I would have Oilers up there.
Yeah.
And the Panthers, but I would also have Dallas, Colorado, Winnipeg, and that's pretty much it for my S tier.
It's the West is loaded. The West is loaded. Okay.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. The hard part is predicting the East. Like you said, I would have put Carolina up in A. You can make the argument for Toronto to be up there. So just right there, that's really only 3 teams, 4 teams that are in the AS tier for the East.
Yeah.
So that's why it's going to be a crazy wide open, race to get to the Stanley Cup for the East. But the West is going to be, dog eat dog. Those guys are going to be just, and that's where it's unfortunate because you have a team like Dallas who has such great talent, but just can't get there. And as a hockey fan in general, you want them to, but there's other great teams like Colorado and Edmonton who, quite frankly, just as equally deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But it's just which team is going to have a better game on any given night, and that's where it's just unbelievable. It's just
not only that.
I'm so glad we're not in the West.
Oh my goodness, I agreed. Right now, what was it? 5 years ago, maybe more. It was Metro. It was the Metropolitan Division. It was, man, that was a tough one to get out of, and the Penguins were good. Now it's the West. All of the West is becoming dominant, which is crazy. So, it is crazy. Not only that, it's an 82-game season. Very hard to predict. It's not like football where you could go, the Chiefs and the Eagles are at the top, because they have been winning for the last 2 seasons. Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, they're going to be good. Hockey, you don't know. We put Florida and Oilers up there, but I'm not saying this is going to happen. But what if Connor McDavid gets hurt, and so does Leon Draisaitl? That team's not making that team is dead, literally. Yeah. So they're not an S tier. You don't know what's going to happen, so it is pretty hard to predict. But Josh, this is a list. This is a very interesting list, and Josh, I'm not sure how people will react to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said in the beginning, when you get a bunch of individuals with their individual opinions and their own thoughts and processes of how they want to evaluate each and every team, this is kind of what you end up with. And for a while there, if you kind of look at it, we went in alphabetical order. You can kind of see there's a lot of in a row, alphabetically in the C category. Yeah. I kind of thought for a while there, we're just going to put everyone in C. It was just going to be okay, just everyone is C except for the obvious great teams.
Yeah,
and I was okay, we got a D, we got a B. All right, we're spacing it out. We're good.
Yeah.
But I was getting nervous there for a while. All right, so we just tore apart our Discord's list. Now it's your turn. In the comments below, tell us what you think. Were they way out of line? Were they nail on the head? You guys let us know in the comments below. We do want to hear from you. And if you want a say in our next list, our next rankings, join our Discord. Link is in the bio, as Louis said. Join. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. It's just going to just going to blow up your notifications. Just FYI, just a heads up. But no, it's a great time, great community. But don't forget to not only join our Discord, follow us on all social media so you can join us live after every single game. All 82 games. We already went live twice. We'll be going live after Saturday's game coming up tomorrow. And we can't wait to see you there. Louis, as always,
let's go Pens.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinity shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me? We're a collective.